Mr. Liu Yan, from your standpoint, have energy sector incentives in Indonesia, particularly in the automotive sector, help the industry, automotive, to grow? What is your opinion related to that?
I believe definitely help the industry, especially for EV, because I think that there's three key sections for this kind of subsidy. The first one is very important one is for the customer. That customer who buy EV now can enjoy 10% VAT. So if it significantly reduce the purchasing cost for LV customer who want to buy an EV. And second, for the OEM like Wuling, if we meet the BPMP more than 40% localized regulation, we can get the free PPMP, the luxury tax, which is around 50%. For OEM running business in Indonesia, that's a big cost. If the government can continue to support this incentive like this, we believe that the customer in the future in Indonesia can also enjoy the benefit, the low cost with this kind of industry. And the most important one, I think that if Indonesia would like to build the whole supply chain of EV, that it needs a big volume, which I mentioned in my keynotes, that maybe if we can sell around 20,000 or 300,000 units per year, which means there will be more and more suppliers who would like to build their factory in Indonesia. We provide more investment and build the other opportunity for this industry. So I think that, yes, the incentive now is very important, and it will support and help the EV customer to decide to purchase an EV. And then we'll continue to make the supply chain localized in Indonesia. It will help both of whatever consumer, OEM, and also the government, and support economic also.
But what is your opinion? Currently spreading news saying that the incentives given to the electric motorcycles didn't much effective to boost the market and the industry as well. If so, then what needs to be improved? What is actually needed to be improved in terms of the incentive itself?
Because I am automobile OEM, so for motorcycle, maybe I cannot give a further comment about that. But for EV, as my understanding, in the first 2 years, like 2020 to 2022, there are still a lot of customer doubt about the EV product, the performance, the product itself, the price is a little high, and maybe the battery guarantee, something like that. I think this kind of things that the OEM can conquer, like Wuling. Because we provide worry-free bersama program in Indonesia, given every customer who buy Wuling EV can enjoy the lifetime battery warranty and get the lifetime free maintenance and also free charging for 1 year electricity. And also we give them the free AC charging pie and installment cooperate with PLN. And customers get the real benefit from it. But to be honest, that I think that the ecosystem is the big point in Indonesia. Because even though we have built the ecosystem for 5 years, but I still can hear a lot of customers to complain with the OEM that why the OEM cannot build more DC charging pie. It's hard for us also. So from this year, we start to cooperate with PLN and EVP to build more DC charging pie in Indonesia. Our target is 100. But I think that if there are more company and cooperate with the governor would like to invest in Indonesia, it will help to make more customers to buy whatever vehicle and motorcycle. I think that because the other opinion is that because the EV vehicle, the range is longer. As you know that the range is around 200 kilometers to 500 kilometers. So which means that if the customer can charge it at home, the battery is always full, right? And I just showed the data that LV customer in Indonesia, the daily commute is less than 100 kilometers. So they can easily recharging their battery in their house or in the DC charging point. It took a very, it is still very convenient, but for motorcycle, maybe it's quite a challenge because the range is shorter, because the customer segment is different. So there will be quite challenge for this, I think.
So with all the incentives that been given by the government, what is the challenges that you still facing until now as a producer, and how you address the challenges?
You mean the policy to
Yeah, the policy.
I mean, you mean next year, right?
Yeah.
So for OEM, definitely we would like to the policy can continue, but we don't know yet the government whether will formulate the incentive. But for our understanding, if the penetration rate in Indonesia, the EV market share is around 4%, which means that there are around 90% still ICE. So which means that the government still can still have to put a big budget in gas line subsidy to support the consumer to buy lower price gas, which means that if the EV volume cannot be higher, the cost, whatever the cost and the supply chain will not, or it will took a more long time to establish in Indonesia. They will delay the schedule. If the government would like to speed up, we would like to see the policy can be continued. And we also very appreciate for the past 3 or 4 years the incentive. It helped us a lot, especially make the decision, because as you know that for our customer, maybe 90% of the EV buyer treat EV as their second or third vehicle, not the first one. So they are quite rich to buy an EV. But if you really want the EV volume to increase, which means that it should entering more mid-class customer, maybe it's their first class. So the supply chain localized in Indonesia make the customer can easily offer the EV is very important. That's our opinion.
By the end of 2024, all these incentives will be expired. Is it necessary for this to be extended, the incentives, the tax, the VAT? What do you think about that?
So like what I said just now, that we don't know how the new government decide about the policy. But as an OEM, we would really like the government to consider to continue the policy, because it's quite important to make the more OEM and more suppliers from globally to invest their factory in Indonesia, which I believe they will do in the future, because you know that Indonesia is the biggest EV market, I believe, globally. Yeah, because we have the great GDP performance every year, and we have the biggest, one of the biggest population in the world. And also, we have a big number of middle class, which would like to accept EV. So we hope that if government can continue the policy, it will help.
What kind of any other booster or incentive that you wish to have as a producer in Indonesia?
About that, besides the VAT and luxury tax, I think that maybe we should consider the daily use scenarios of EV customers. For example, if the policy can provide more convenience for the consumer, maybe they will decide to buy an EV. So, for example, as you know that Air EV and Bingo EV is a compact EV, right? Which can drive very easy in the narrow road, which it happens in Indonesia, and also some coins city area like CBD is quite hard to find a parking area. So I think that if the government or the relative leader could think about, can we provide some special parking spots for this kind of EV owner, or maybe we can provide some bus line in the rush hour for the customer, which will make them feel yes, it is more convenient. Except the OEM even restriction in the city, I can save some time by using the special line and also have some special parking area. Maybe some subsidy to the owner of the land can give this kind of policy. I believe that will help, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah. That will not cost a big budget, I believe.
Okay.